Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cancer in Australia. I'm your host, Eileen Tricia. In today's episode, we will take a closer look at prostate cancer. According to data just released by Australian Institute of Health and Welfare, or AIHW, prostate cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer in Australia. It is also the second most common cause of death from cancer for male. In 2022, it is estimated there will be around 24,000 new cases and 3,500 deaths. Not to mention, around 240,000 people living in our community today had been diagnosed with prostate cancer in the past 35 years. Here in our studio, we have Joseph, a prostate cancer survivor, accompanied by his son Kismet, to share with us their experience with prostate cancer. Hi, Joseph. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? Could you give us some light about your journey with prostate cancer?
Yeah, sure. I was diagnosed when I was 64. I did not have any family history, so I wasn't too aware when I started to feel discomfort. My GP advised me to do a PSA test, followed by biopsy and MRI scan, and I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Luckily, I am in the low-risk group and only requires active surveillance. Basically, keep monitoring to make sure everything is okay.
Thanks, Joseph. To gain a better understanding of the risk factors and survival rate, let's hear from prostate cancer specialist Dr. Dorothy.
Prostate cancer starts when abnormal cells grow in the prostate gland in an uncontrolled manner. There are two main factors. Age. The risk of prostate cancer increases with age, especially after someone turns 50. Secondly, family history. If your father or brother has had prostate cancer before the age of 60, your risk will be at least twice that of the others. Despite being the most commonly diagnosed cancer, the 5-year relative survival rate has improved significantly from 60% to 95% in the past 40 years.
It is encouraging to hear that more prostate cancer patients are living longer today. PCFA, Prostate Cancer Foundation of Australia, the big national body for prostate cancer in Australia, have recently partnered with MNC, an actual consulting firm, to conduct a short study to estimate how many Australian males are facing increased risk of prostate cancer today. We have contacted Luke, a senior actuary from MNC, to give us some insights from their study.
The basic idea is to estimate how many male offsprings and brothers are there for those people with prostate cancer. To establish the base position, we take into account the number of people living with and died from prostate cancer, and not yet diagnosed cases, similar to the IBNR concept. This is because we found that high-income regions tend to have earlier diagnosis and higher age-adjusted incidence rates, possibly due to better access to medical support and enhanced awareness. We estimated around 20% of prostate cancer cases are not yet diagnosed in a year. Once we established this base position, we came up with two approaches to estimate the male offsprings and brothers. The first approach, based on household size, is more of a high-level approach, leveraging off the current Australian household size and composition, then adjusted by the historical household size for applicable older generations. The second approach, based on birth rate, is using predominantly the number of Australian births by year and by age of father, and the corresponding male population by age, to estimate the number of male offsprings and brothers for each male by age group. Our final estimation for population with heightened prostate cancer risk is around 630,000, consistently from both models. We understand there are limitations to the models and potential enhancements that can be made, but we are generally pleased with the results.
That's a significant number of males with increased risk of prostate cancer. So, Kismet, how do you feel being one of those 630,000?
A bit of uneasy to be honest, but I'm glad that I learned this information now, so I'm more aware of the risk. Even though I'm only 45, but given my family history, I would definitely get a PSA test and follow the advice of my GP in order to avoid any late diagnosis and improve my survival chances.
Indeed, Kismet. We hope that our viewers will gain some useful information about prostate cancer today, and the high-risk groups can get tested sooner than later. Well, it's been a pleasure to have you both on our show today. And to our viewers, thank you for watching Cancer in Australia. We wish everyone a happy, healthy, and a cancer-free life. Have a good evening.